The majority of the functions I'm going to show you today is under the signage menu. If you've installed the South African version of Civil Designer, you've automatically got the SADC road traffic signs manual built in by default. And if you installed the UK installation, you've got the UK traffic signs manual published by the Department of Transport. If I were to, for instance, go to add road markings, linear markings, regulatory markings, I've below over here gone and drawn in all the road markings so that you can see what they look like. Using these road markings, I'm going to go and apply them to my road design. I'll also show you how you can customize your road markings. We'll look at arrows, customized arrows, and then I'll end off with adding linear road furniture. I'm going to change to my drawing. You would normally go and do this on top of a road design, but today I'm taking it back to the classroom. I'm going to show you all the basics. Let's call it the mechanics or the architecture behind your road markings. Using this polyline, I'm going to put in some linear road markings. I go to signage, add road markings, and I'm going to go and select continuity line. Looking at my options available to me, I'm going to change my mode to standard. And in that case, I'm going to use this entire red polyline. You can go and specify which continuity dimensions to use. I'm going to go and select the 2x2. In that case, you'll see the road markings will have a marking of 2 meter length. I'll have a gap of 2 meters and 2 meter length again. Find gap point, I'm going to ignore at this stage. I'm going to put in a start point or start gap of 5 meters. In that case, you'll see that the marking will start 5 meters after the start of my polyline. The road marking width will be 100 mils and the offset from the polyline will be 3 meters. Keeping that in mind, I'm going to go below the polyline and left click. Another alternative is to change the mode to start endpoint. Switch off my start gap. And then specify a fine gap point of 7 meters. I'm first going to go and select the polyline again. I'm going to use fine gap point, specify a point. In that case, Civil Designer measures the 7 meters from the point I've clicked. And on the left hand side here, the measurement is done along the polyline. I'm going to select the point on the right hand side. Reading my prompt to indicate the stop point, I can then go and move, and as I move I can see that the linear road marking is being drawn. Now using the same dimensions on top there, I'm going to move on to the spline example. I can go and click on the spline and then go and specify a start point, and as I move my cursor you can see that the marking's been drawn. And I'm not limited to the one side, I can then move my cursor to the other side. That what I've explained is applicable to your road markings, but you can also use the spline and the polyline to insert your linear road furniture. I'm going to change my view axis and I'm going to put in some linear road furniture. Going back to signage, and I'll explain at a later stage how you go and create your linear road furniture. You would go and specify which furniture entity to use, specify the distance between the furniture, indicate the spline, specify a start position, and as you move your cursor you will see your furniture being drawn. Changing my furniture type, and then moving along. The linear road furniture changes direction. Viewing this in a 3D format, I can go and right click, render view. I have the option of either flying along the spline. In that case you can see that trajectory symbol showing me the path. Alternatively, I could go to fly through and run the fly through. So in that case, I can see my road furniture in a 3D format.